Good morning. Welcome to Flat Earth Early Bird number 2678. I'm your host Arwin. And before I start the show, please don't forget to share it on any platform you deem fit. And if you haven't already, follow me here on Rumble and be here when I'm going live, which is normally 2 p.m. Amsterdam time every day. And please also do support me through the gift card, PayPal, Patreon, Gifts and Go. Links are on the description box below, or send me super chat over at the Rumble live chat when the show is live, or subscribe to my channel. Support me that way. Any support would greatly appreciated. I could really use it. Right. So, yeah, temperature today is a lot better. It's still kind of warm, but it's now nice warm. It's not cooking anymore. It's a great relief. But yeah, sunny. There's some clouds around, and also looks like there's some trails being left. But yeah, whatever. It's not like it's all fully clouded again. And yeah, lots of wind, and it's really nice. It's a cooling wind finally, because I mean yesterday and the day before the wind was just freaking hot. So it's like, yay, wind. Oh, it's just as warm as the sun. Great. I feel like you shrivel up. I mean, it like that warm kind of wind thing. It's terrible for my skin. It's not contributed to my my eye situation. But when the weather's like this, like usually my skin gets a bit of time to recover from all that. But yeah, it's just a nice summer day this time. Warm, but not too warm. And it's funny too, because like people, the rivers is not like just full of people right now. It may also be because they're like going to work or something, or back to school, but yeah, it's just people don't really need to get in the water like acutely, otherwise that it's just miserable. It's just not that terribly hot now. But just a nice summer day. Right. Hello. It is Monday, the 29th of June, 2026. Temperature is 26 degrees Celsius with 48% humidity, 11 kilometers an hour wind, and 0% precipitation. Okay, so I guess it's still kind of warm. Maybe that's like more at the city center. Over here, it doesn't feel like it's that warm. Not. But just nice warm. Kind of like you just get a bit dreamy, right? Because when it's nice and warm, I get a bit dreamy. I think a lot of people do. They're just like, oh. But when it's really hot, you can't just be like, oh, because then it's like, oh god, it's uncomfortably hot. You just gotta find a way to cool off actively all the time till the evening. Then you can just kind of relax. But when it's like this, yeah, you can't just be just nice and comfortable, not sweating all the freaking time. It's much better. Still have a bonus foot bath though. I don't know, sweat might break out when I drink this coffee. But yeah, it's nice weather. Football yesterday, soccer. I don't know, I thought it was kind of boring. I watched like South Africa against Canada. I have to be fair, I'm not rooting for either side. I mean, Dutch studio are just super pro Canada, as are all the libtards. They feel like, oh, Canada's liberal, just like us. Oh, we're so proud of our shared euthanizing of children. Yay. Sorry. Don't mean to get that bitter right away, but I mean, it is basically, oh, Canada's so great because they're just as fucked up as our liberals. And that's really that's become the reason. I mean, in the 20th century, we used to share like being very liberal and very proud of it. But now, like, yay, we're both demonic, yay. I don't give a shit about Canada. I mean, there's always some good. Like, that's just the typical thing, you know, when everything's that bad, there's just a couple of champions that are in there, and they're like really epic. But like, tragic, because they know like we're all fucked. I'm just trying to do my best. Ugh. I don't know. I think that Canada's actually worse off than the Netherlands, but I mean, we certainly have our freaking challenges that we peak at. Our bureaucracy is just insane, maniacal. I doubt that Canada is as bad as that. But I don't know. They might be just as bad. Yay, we share that. Anyway, South Africa. Yeah, well, unsurprisingly to anybody, I do not have a lot of sympathy for freaking South Africa. Even though I think they did actually like have a white guy on their team, or not? No, wait, no, that was the Canadians, of course. Yeah, and hey, they literally. And they, of course, deny this internationally, but I mean, everybody knows that they just slaughtered a bunch of Dutch origin farmer folk because of literal racist reason, because of their skin color. And I mean, yeah, not a big fan. Not a big fan at all. I mean, they're part of a physical threat to my race, to what I considered at least partially to be my race. Yeah. Whether they want me or not, I don't care. Like, that's just my feelings about it, and I don't like South Africa very much, I don't like Canada very much. And the game it really sucked. Like, even the commentators, like, they recognized that it kind of sucked. Yeah. Then there was like an item after that, and I kept watching about Dennis Bergkamp. And it just goes to show, I know very little about football, but I recognize him because, hey, I was kind of watching TV and with my dad and the family when those championships were there, and yeah, he is a freaking legend. I didn't know he was that big of a legend, but he was, in a lot of ways, and it's like, he even has a freaking statue. I mean, that is like, whoa. But he is considered to be like the great champion of the Netherlands. I almost thought, like, did he die or something? Like, they were talking about him, but no, he's still there, and he's coaching. I don't know, like, but he's not, like, in the spotlights a lot. But that guy was just such a super talent. Amazing. And so dedicated, man. Like, basically, his father also, like, really helped to train him at a very young age, so he was like obsessed with being a soccer player very young. But he had such subtlety, such great tricks, such subtle tricks, and it just made it look like it's supernatural, like it's just the most natural thing in the world, but no, it isn't. But for him it was just incredible. Yeah, so that was the more amusing part, watching that, than the actual game. Ugh. And I don't know. The next soccer game, the Netherlands against Morocco, is going to be a disaster. No matter what happens. You know why? Because those freaking Moroccan youths over here are gonna go insane. Like, especially if the Netherlands wins. But if the Moroccan wins, then also. It's gonna be, I mean, better. I hope that the police force are preparing and like properly and not just like, oh, go after all the whiteys. Fuck that then. And I don't think they will. But this is just a problem. And a lot of Moroccans have this attitude where they're just, and hey, I know a couple of Moroccan dudes and they're like really epic. Like they agree with me. They're like, yeah, I like my people, but I mean, God, they're so headstrong, and it's just, they need to stop doing that. Like, they basically say, I wouldn't mind if the police was a little harsher, if that would help. But I mean, yeah. So it's a known problem here. And when this football match is gonna go off, Morocco against the Netherlands, it's gonna be a mess. Guaranteed. There's gonna be riots. Guaranteed. And so I really hope the police and also local shopkeepers, I hope you're taking your protective measures, like, because shit is gonna break. If you're not careful, I don't know, things might even go on fire and shit. Especially, yeah, I don't know. Because they might, yeah, who knows how crazy it's gonna get. But I mean, I anticipate chaos. I just hope it doesn't go full BLM riot level, that like entire blocks are gonna burn down, but probably not. I mean, but still, it's gonna annoy the shit out of a lot of people, because the Dutch people are very annoyed about it. There's also videos, by the way. There are like Dutch youth groups, just locals, like circles in towns, they're forming their own little gangs that do actually like go after them sometimes when they're there, and Moroccans go ballistic. So there is, it is starting to balance itself out, because it's, I mean, it's been a problem for so long. And just little kid, they also like would bully really little kids, and it's just like those little kids are now teenagers, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna not fucking take that shit now. So it's a contentious subject. It's the prime subject of Geert Wilders, as you actually pronounce it, which seems to be the most impossible thing in the world for the typical American to do. They'll say something like Geert Wilders. But that's like one of his main issues for, well, forever, and a lot of the right wing. Because, I mean, that's been a long-standing problem. Like, we've had Moroccan for a very long time, and the youth would bring this kind of issue, that they were just kind of out of control and aggressive, and would like have gang behavior very easily. And that's been like problem for decades. And now with the replacement migration situation going around, like, well, they're not really helping, which is a shame. Because like the replacement migrants, I mean, the Moroccans with their youth culture and how we go about here, and us like trying to contain it, like, that's a better setup for the Moroccans overall here than when this country completely gets overrun and goes into Islamic revolution. Like, yeah, they will not be just, they will be not as good off, I can tell you that. And I know a lot of the other groups, all the other traditional migrant relations from old colonies and all that, a lot of them do actually get this, and I'm like noticing just like who's doing what. They're getting it. they're finding their connection with us, and it's great. It's like it's very relieving, but it's only just it's a good sign at the start. It kind of feels like Lord of the Rings, right? Where it's just like gathering armies to fight Sauron, and then like suddenly the elves show up. It's like, oh, thank God, like everybody actually does come together. That kind of thing. That's how that feels. Like, oh my God, I'm so glad that the traditional relations here of migrants with the Dutch that have come here for several generations, including from my background, that a lot of them are just getting it. They are understanding the replacement migration, and they understand this is not good for them. Like, they need to actually stand up with the Dutch against this, because they'll be fucked in the outcome as well. And I think that even Indonesians even more understand it. And I don't know a lot about Indonesians. Not as much as I should. I have a family side that kind of has connections with them, but I don't really talk with them a lot. I don't talk with any family, which is weird. They don't really talk with me. I don't know, none of them are like into flat earth or into conspiracy stuff, and I think I creeped a lot of them out when I was kind of interested in the occult and like Satanism, when I didn't really realize how fucked up it was yet. I think I kind of freaked them out through naivety, just being honest, maybe bragging a little, like I'm really I understand this occult stuff. I didn't. Ugh. Thank God I just never did anything really horrifying. Jesus Christ. Anyway, yeah, Indonesians, they get it. They have Islam on their necks. The Islam there are trying to forbid them their ancient traditions, and so a lot of Indonesians also came here or hang around here, because over here liberals, like, we're all very welcoming. It's like, yeah, oh, Indonesian is like, it's super exotic. It's just super exotic, and it's fascinating. It's from the old world in a way. And yeah, I mean, they can do that here, as long as they don't get super creepy, and they don't, as far as I know. They wouldn't be good off if the replacement migration succeeds. Like, they're not going to be, like, where are they going to flee next, right? So they get it. A lot of us get it. And I really hope that a lot of like pride-ish whites that might have a little bit of a a little bit of a Nazi flair to them, or they appreciate it, they read into Hitler, they're figuring out how much has actually been rewritten, they're starting to study it, I myself included a bit, just to carefully look into it, and just not look at it through the propaganda lens as much, and just be honest about what it all is. And I hope that they get that, in my view, and I hope they figured it out too, that Hitler wasn't actually racist, except maybe in one very specific way, in a certain people group. But yeah, he was not like, oh, you're black, ugh. Like, this whole thing about Ubermensch and Untermensch, I think it's been super overblown. I don't even know if Hitler was really into that so much. On this bullying level, I don't think so. I mean, he did literally like shake the hand like on camera for everybody to see. It's all people to see. He shook the hand of the very, very black American athlete dude. I don't remember the names, right? And like, was very nice, not patronizing at all. And like, that is very telling, guys. Like, you don't just fake that and then turn out to secretly be a massive racist. Like, that makes no fucking sense. Like, his whole people saw that. It was just a public event. That's crazy then. If they were really all that racist, they would have been like, oh, what the hell are you doing, Hitler? What the fuck? They weren't. Because they weren't actually racist. It wasn't about that. And that's my view. I think it's, yeah, and I hate that. I don't like that sort of slander, basically. right? And hey, he did make tons of mistakes. It did go completely wrong. And because of the way it ended, like, yeah, Germany got all fucked. So there is some blame with Hitler. But you gotta be very careful in just pinning a whole bunch of accusations on him. Right, but I hope that a lot of those guys, that they get it. Like, hey, yeah, these not white foreigners or offspring, they're not automatically anti-you, or like this whole, oh, they have to be pure or your enemy. Like, that is so stupid. It's so dumb. It's so primitive. Like, how can you be such a ubermensch or whatever in your mind, but yet display such primitive, dumb behavior? Like, behavior that we hate the opponent for. How could you become your opponent like that? I mean, in that sense, like, you should be better. This whole struggle is about being better, right? You want to be an ubermensch, though, then behave like one. Don't give in to temptation, a petty vengeance fantasy, and oversimplified racism and xenophobia. I mean, it sounds really liberal when I say that, because I'm not entirely against all of that at all. It's like a curse that was put on us through the whole slander of Hitler and all that after the war, and his constant indoctrination of that. Alteration of the history books after the war. And yeah, it just, we suppress that side. It just creates this weird cognitive dissonance with all of us, where we're like, as European people, the whites especially, like, they have this flip-flop mode. It's like, either you kind of cuck to whatever you just endure and tolerate, and you try to be the wiser and you just try to do the right thing, which, I mean, it's still, it's nice. Or it flips around, and then you just become rebellious and start to do exactly the opposite. But then it doesn't solve the problems, though. It's just acting out and displaying primitive impulses with it. Which, I mean, yeah, you need to get rid of your frustrations, but I mean, it's not better. It's not the right way to really do it. Anyway. Okay, hello. New person in the chat. Yerst. Hoopid. Okay. Account made today. Hi. Right. Anyway. I'm totally wandering off with this whole train of thinking. I hope you all find it entertaining or interesting. Maybe it sounds a little unorganized. I'm concerned with these things. I'm very concerned with behaviors, like behavior and personal expression, because that is where culture really is. And culture can have an incredible power. But you have to be very disciplined to keep it strong, to not make it polluted, to not just be another standard pattern through which you navigate with your feelings and bounce around in standard behavior, because that is primitive. That's not the way to do it. That also, because like irritation and expression of it, it's all related to frustration, anger, very earthly sensations, and it radiates out. Like if you express it, then other people might catch it, and then they could spread it. It's like that's just how it works. Like irritation shines off to everybody, and then they get it. They go through it, and then they have to deal with it. They have to either stop it, block it, or let it ignite them. And this disrupts a lot of culturally superior ways of going about. And so you gotta just have discipline with it. Like that's like the white way in a way. It should be. And yeah, and here says Arwen, right? The guy with extremely impulsive, very strong emotions. And so yeah, that's like the toughest thing ever for me to actually do that part right. But I'm working on it, and it's been a struggle my whole life. And I'm really doing my best, and I'm just trying to learn as much as I can from it. And it's so worth it. It's so worth to do it. Like, the more hard it is, the better the results are. The tougher it is for the individual to actually have discipline, the more rewarding it will be when they like really insist on getting it, on doing it, and then succeed. And that's just like incredible. Like, it's total transformation, like total character transformation for the better with anyone, like of any race. Right. So yeah, I don't know. There was no final conclusion of this. It all started with the football, and then the racial issues, and then thinking about replacement migration situation, and how a lot of Moroccans are just not helping, especially the youth. They seem to be very stupid about it. But that is a lot of the other groups here that we have traditional ex-colony relations with. Like, I think a lot of them do actually get it. And I don't see them like flaunting. They're not like bullying Dutch people from what I see. Maybe it does still go on in some of the other big cities though, where they're already kind of balkanized for a very long time. But out here in Utrecht, I don't see it. I just don't see conflict as much. I really don't. I'm very happy about it. There is like a sense of peace that is over this city. And I like to think that I'm a part of that. But I really appreciate it because of that. It really feels to me like, oh, our city is different from the other cities where shit has basically gone wrong for a very long time. And it's not like that here. There's like this specific city culture that is like, yeah, we're keeping it together. And there is awareness of the replacement migration. And I think like there are some asylum centers here. I've had pamphlets of Ukrainian asylum centers, and I'm not against that. Ukrainians get their own place here, and I've seen some Ukrainians around, and they're fine. They don't seem to be super creepy. Because, I mean, some Eastern European refugees, and when they're actually, like, fleeing war, yeah, some of them are a bit weird and creepy. But, I mean, also, there's, like, Russians around, and just... and they're all good. They all keep each other in check. There's no like fights going on like that. Maybe some weird gangster shit here and there, but in general, there's no people groups that are just fighting each other here. Right? Just the occasional Moroccan scuffles with the youths, especially after football matches, which again brings the subject full circle. I'm gonna put it in the title. I kind of got to. It's also because it's a prediction, and I just want to show everybody, hey, I know how this works. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. I take my analysis very serious. Alright, so let's start with that. Right, and hey, there's a lot of people that are saying, and I can't say I disagree. It's like, yeah, not all Moroccans out, absolutely not. But if you're so freaking proud of your country and you're gonna like not object when your fellow countrymen are just attacking peaceful citizens here of our nation, like, yeah, then go back to your country. If you like it, if you think it's so superior, then like go there and stay there, don't come back, right? But hey, if you actually appreciate the Netherlands and you're like against abuse of our people, then yeah, there you can stay. Then it's cool. Like, and that seems a very reasonable position to me, and a lot of people. It is like sort of like in the direction of the old right wing, but a little bit more moderate, and just like, yeah, that would be the way. And I kind of hope it will help. It will like be integrated, because I don't necessarily want all the Moroccans out. But if they're gonna be all gangster and like, oh, Morocco superiority, then like, maybe just go back to your country. And hey, maybe that also counts for some Turkish people. Not all of them, absolutely not. Definitely not. But there are the similar problem with Turks. And then there's problem with Turks against Moroccans. Right. But those are really the kind of the noteworthy groups. All the others, they're not, yeah, they're fine. Maybe a bit whiny here and there, but right, the real problem is the recent migrants that are being imported from non-colony originated countries that have literally no understanding about the Netherlands or the Dutch people, and then don't care, and they are really nasty, a lot of them, and criminals, and they shouldn't be here, and the people that invited them here are criminal, and they need to be persecuted, in my opinion. Need to be figured out who's doing that, who's responsible, and well, seems to be like the UN is even directly involved in it, and that needs to be tackled. Because yeah, replacement migration, it's done. People are onto it. It is mainstream. People know, and they're not taking it, and that's everywhere in Europe. We're sick of it, and resistance is forming one way or the other. Some kind of like up front, like the Irish, and others more, yeah, just more from the youth. A lot of the youth here in the Netherlands, like like towns, have like groups of, well, teenagers and young adults that are like, yeah, fuck it, this is our village, we're protecting it, and like that's what I'm seeing emerging here in the Netherlands, and it's great. Also, because, hey, a lot of them in the not too distant future could be part of the new police force that are trained differently. So it's good. Alright. Because, yeah, the police are still very liberal, most of them, and that's a problem. And I mean, yeah, we have tons of problems here, and it's not over yet, but we're getting there. And really, the most urgent is just still the farming. Like, if that goes, we're so fucked here. Then we kind of lose our edge, our root. Because the farmers here are basically the root of the Dutch people. If they're forced out, if there are no more farming from Dutch people, then it's like, then we could all get pushed out, and there would be very little we would be able to do about it. The farmers are also like the most courageous people, you see. They're also, in a way, really the Dutch champions, and people are starting to recognize that. And yeah, they're not gonna be squished by the bureaucracy. People are just not accepting it. Let's take a look around. So corrupt. Every time I see this shit, it just pisses me off, man. Alright, but yeah. Like, the government here measures with two ruling systems. They're being super hypocritical. Because there's no, like, environmental regulations are used to strangle farmers, try to get them out, get them destitute, get them to stop farming. But defense, military is like doing all kinds of things, and they can literally just wreck entire environmental areas without any object. They like literally like roll tanks and just wreck the place. That is like a natural area. They just do that. and this, they get away with this. This is total madness. Yeah. So they're pushing farmers out because their cows poo a little bit too much, and that could damage the delicate ecosystem of some piece of nature down the block. But then a couple of miles away, the military just goes in and just starts burning and rolling over with tanks and shooting the shit up just a piece of nature. And nobody says anything. It's just total madness. Total madness. This government needs to crack. It needs to crack. This must stop. This is just a brazen bureaucratic bypassing and breaking of all laws. They are trying to bureaucratically just create neo-feudalism, where literally they can do and decide whatever the fuck they want, and if they don't want something that the people want, then they just make up a bunch of bullshit rules that they don't hold their own projects to, that we have to do or we're screwed. It is neo-feudalism. Like, this is not democracy. And it's fraud. It's all based on fraud. They just make up lies. They make up lies to justify their actions. This is insane. It must stop. Yeah, it does fit. I'm pissed off over this. Right, so yeah, that's some of the stuff that goes on here. Wow. Yeah. That's bullshit. That's hilarious. Every time I see this propaganda bullshit, man. oh, we're completely crushing the Russians. They have massive losses, much higher than Ukraine. It's just, and then all this fluff. Oh, look, so much data. Like this happens all the time. I'm just reading comments there, and it's just nobody's buying it. It's like this is all propaganda crap, all lies. Like this, no. Russia's still winning, and they are gonna win. It doesn't matter how much of a reversed world history you're gonna shove in our face and write a whole new Bible of reality. Nobody's buying it. Hey, LSG, good to see you. About 100,000 nukes tested worldwide, but cow farts are the problem. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but I mean, this is specific to the Netherlands, though, and it's like worse than that. It's so tangible, right? Nukes are just theoretical anyway. But the issue is like you have a farm, and then it's like, oh look, there's a piece of nature just over there, a mile away, with just like trees and a bunch of plants and bugs and all kinds of stuff. It's not primal nature. It's just like we leave that to be forest. That's nature, and I mean, yeah, I don't want it destroyed. And they can have their cows poo. It's not even farting, it's pooing. Like dropping cow manure. Like, how dare you? You can't do that. Why? Because it upsets the balance of the groundwater that could disrupt that piece of forest a mile away. Seriously, yeah? And then simultaneously, while that happens, a couple, like 10 miles away, there's just a bunch of tanks just crushing a piece of forest, just smashing over trees and blowing up with like a firebomb. What's the point of training when you're just wrecking nature like that? It's evil. Yeah, so it's sickening. Anyway, good to see you. Good to see you there. These protected areas are sites that have actually been grown over the past. Yeah, well, there's a very specific example. I brought that up on my show, like a very specific piece of nature, yes, and they said, oh, this drill vein. It's like a peat type of swampy ground, and it's like, oh, we have to protect that, even though they literally laid it down, like created it. Like a couple of years before that. It wasn't there. They created it. It's like artificially created nature. And then the farmers around it have to go because, oh, this nature could suffer under that. Like, total madness. Then they just turn it into a golf course. No, they don't do that here, typically. No, they actually just want to build cities on it. Seriously. They want to turn these fucking scumbags, these neo-feudalists want to turn the Netherlands into one giant city. They want to turn it into a giant New York. So that there's no more nature at all. No more farming, no more grasslands. Just city, 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 city. That's what they want. And then just get all the migrants in there and just explode it. Exploit the shit out of it financially while the whole place just turns into a giant third world hellhole. Literally. Like, that's their plan. They actively seek to destroy all of this. Everything we built here. They're monstrous, and they need to be persecuted for that. But yeah, golf courses, no, they don't do that here. That's, I mean, there's some golf courses, but it's not generally a thing. Also because, well, a lot of golf courses, they actually use specific herbicides to maintain it so that it stays grass and all that. And typically those types of herbicides are not allowed in the Netherlands. So actually maintaining a golf course is kind of difficult. It requires a lot of extra cost to do that here, so nobody does that. Almost nobody, because it becomes really expensive to maintain. And hey, good. No herbicides. Piss off. Like, I really hate golf because of that, because it's always, like, there is no such thing as an organic golf course. Does not exist. They can't do it. Or, well, they can do it, but then it's extremely costly. It's like a thing that, like the private golf course of a king of some nation or something like that. They would be the only one that could really afford that, or some super billionaire, because it's just so costly to maintain. Good. I mean, it is a rich man's sport and all that, so let it be costly then. Yeah, I mean, in the US, yes, there's a lot of land and there is very low pesticide herbicide regulation, so that makes it cheaper to do that, with of course a lot of high environmental cost. But there's so much land, who cares, right? But I mean, yeah, that's how you guys do it over there. We don't have an abundance of room here in the Netherlands. We're kind of a small country. And it is a high water country. It's all riverlands basically. So we're very pesticide, herbicide sensitive. If you use that, it goes in the water and then it pollutes everything. And so rightfully, most of it is banned. Thank God for that. And with the neighboring countries as well, so that they don't have all their pesticide runoff come in our rivers. Thank God for that. throughout the night, so it was nice and cold. But already, it's still kind of cold, but it didn't warm up a bit, unfortunately. Sorry, I'm getting a bit distracted here. Ugh. Whoa. I'm not used to my chat looking so full. Yeah, I hope you're all having a good day. Can I get a Rogan's up? Let's get to some clips. Also, I got a croissant, and I'm kind of eager to take a bite out of it. Right, so let's see. What did I get? Yeah, this lady, man. This lady is really going around with the Sophie. Basketball player, blonde, tall. I mean, she's freaking hot and fearless, and she's getting very popular after having done that. Here's like I caught a bit of an interview with her, so I don't know, it's really going around, and I just wanted to play that. Might have been a little bit tipsy yesterday when I was playing that. I thought, like, yeah, but I mean, fuck it, whatever. I'm the shoulder that you're really not scared. You're playing with your life. I'll tell you it's. She's like really.
Don't you point at me. And I was like, oh, shouldn't have said that. And I didn't say a word.
It's probably the number one meme, at least.
I couldn't help myself. I could not.
A lot of clips of her in basketball action. I mean, she's like, that's action. They get rough with each other, and so does she. I mean, she's a girl that does not take shit. Oh yeah, and bumped into this. I couldn't help myself. That was great. That made me happy. From more innocent days, when Trump was still actually entertaining. There's a long, long, long way to go to get back there, if he can ever even succeed at that. And I kind of doubt that he can. Oh yeah, more Tartarian stuff. Oh yeah, football related. Yeah, I put this in the title, right? Well, somebody made an AI video with pretty much that in mind, with Geert Wilders as the referee in the Netherlands versus Morocco game. This is just completely over the top and ridiculous though. But I thought it was still funny. Let's play this.
We gooien de munt op. Kop is voor Nederland. Kop. Het is kop. Nederland wint de tos. Mooi.
Geert Wilders trekt weer een rode kaart. En hij trekt de rode kaart voor Marokko. En nog één! Dit is ongelooflijk! 4 Marokkaanse spelers van het veld. Marokko staat nog maar met 2 man op het veld. Nederland wint met 50-0!
If that would happen, there would be an actual BLM burning everything down, right? But I mean, it's so funny though. Oh god. Just giving everybody red cards. God, I don't even know why I posted this. I usually hate this sort of gag, but this guy was really dedicated. This is like, oh, a guy that's I don't know. Just how long is this fucking thing? 2.5 minutes. We can survive 2.5 minutes. Okay, so just check it out.
Hello. Are you at the LGBTQ BJJ class?
Yes.
When does it start?
About 20 minutes.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Why are you dressed like that?
Oh, I'm trans, native.
What is that?
I was assigned white American at birth by my parents' bigoted doctor, but I identify as native. I'm trans indigenous.
No one is gonna roll around with a guy dressed like that, dude.
Excuse me, bigot? I am not a dude. Don't dead feather me again. I am walking tomahawk from the trans nation.
You're mocking trans people.
How? They're mocking women.
How? Sorry.
So can I go? Because you're like blocking the door, like you're not going to let me in.
No, you can't go in like that.
Why?
And you don't even have the right mask.
Why do I need a mask?
It helps stop the spread.
We're literally rolling around on the ground with each other, sweaty. What is a mask going to do?
It's required for the class, so you can't go in like that.
Why? Why do we need a mask? We're literally rolling around. Did I just get this black belt for nothing?
That's a white belt.
It identifies as a black belt.
Oh my gosh. You just need to leave.
So you guys are just trans native phobic.
No, my daughters are trans.
Really? So why can't I come in?
Because you're mocking trans people.
We're all just pretenders. Is it because I'm a Native American lesbian? Be honest.
My daughters are lesbians.
Your daughters are dudes that like women. They're straight guys.
Just leave.
So you guys are just openly trans native phobic. Only certain pretenders can come to the class.
I'm calling the police.
Well, I'm calling the police too, since you misindiginated and dead feathered me. How about that?
Fine.
Fine. I'm calling the police.
Fine.
Fine.
Misindiginated and dead feathered. I mean, that's just...
Call them. And then I'll call him and you'll probably do 5 years for dead feathering someone. That's a hate crime. I can stand here all day. So just say you're transphobic and I'll leave.
Just leave.
Just say it.
Just leave.
All right, well, I will be filing a report for a hate crime.
Fine.
All right. Bye, bigot.
That's just great. Right, so that's the last of the goofy little clips. Hope you enjoyed them. I did. I'm very glad to bump into funny shit sometimes when it's appropriate. Now let's get into some Tartarian age masonry. Check it out. Huge. I mean, wow. It's just amazing that they still kept everything like that. That they just kept it in the old form. So amazing looking. This might be a Renaissance fair. But I mean, this place is certainly real. So they might have just used this place for a Renaissance fair, which is very suitable because, I mean, it is very medieval looking. It's an amazing castle. Like, that would be great. I'm kind of envious. Carcassonne. Where the hell is that even? Italy? Carcassonne. Oh, it's in France. Where in France? Carcassonne. Oh! Huh. In southern France. That's actually no wonder I recognized it, because this is like very close. It's basically on the other side of the mountain range there, of where I used to go on vacation. It's very close to that. In fact, we might have actually visited that place one time. But there's a lot of like cities that look like that over there. It's like it all stayed in the old times. They didn't just build ugly ass high rises everywhere. The people really care for the way that it looks and to keep it like that. I mean, there's some industrialized cities that contrast with that. But there's just a lot of these old towns, and they just look exactly like they did hundreds of years ago. Like Carcassonne. Yeah, awesome. And I mean, that entire region is very special. Like southern France, northeast Spain. It's a very special territory there. There's something with like Jesus about that. Yeah, I think it has to do with that Jesus's offspring may have gone there. That Mary Magdalene went over there. And I mean, So it's like the landing ground of Jesus after the whole Jerusalem escapade. And there is something very special about that area. The entire area, the mountains and the land surrounding it. There's like a special energy that hangs there. It's very intriguing. Right. So, and another. Germanic history piece. The hottie here presenting it. Let's play that.
The Norsemen, the Celts, and the Anglo-Saxons were, of course, a distinct group of peoples. They were separated by languages, tribes, customs, and creeds, and even gods they worshipped. But the one unifying factor they all shared was the warrior poet. Each of them believed that death was inevitable, but honor was a choice. A man's life was measured not by how long he lived, but by what was said about him after he was gone. Among the Norse, this idea was known as drengskapen, the idea that the world was not expected to be fair. However, the man rose to the occasion to meet it regardless. How the Mall reminds us, cattle die, kinsmen die, you will also die, but what exceeds you and is remembered is the reputation of those dead men. The same spirit echoes throughout the Heimskringla sagas. Snorri praises the kings not because they were noble or symbolic. Kings back then were expected to die for their kingdoms and their subjects. They behaved wildly differently than the kings we see today. After a lifetime conquest, Harald Hardrada, king of Norway, fell at Stamford Bridge in 1066. His death is widely considered traditionally by historians as the end of the Viking Age. He died sword in hand, and his death in the stories was not considered a defeat, but as the fulfillment of a warrior's life. He died courageously and is still remembered today as the last Viking king. The Anglo-Saxons sang the same truth in the poem Beowulf.
Okay, this again. I'm looking at the sound. I mean, you guys probably can't even hear that. I can barely hear it. The sound sucks on that clip too much. There's gonna be more of these types of videos. So it's all of the same guy that does that. There's also like all these Germanic lessons that I posted before. It just has a lot of very interesting, specific historical background things about like old German culture and all that, and I appreciate that. It's like spiritual roots. But yeah, this clip's volume is just fucked. You can't hear anything. Right, so that's it for the clips today. Hope everybody's appreciating the show. Don't forget to Rogan's it up if you do. Yeah, it's been going fine. Temperature is just so much better now. It's like I haven't even had to like dip my feet in the water to cool down. I've not had one single sweat breakout, so I just feel fine. Anyway, I'm gonna take a 2-minute break and then I'll be right back. Okay. Japan is playing again against Brazil, so it's gonna be, they're probably gonna get crushed. But I hope they don't. Definitely prefer Japan over Brazil. So that's gonna be in 3 hours and 10 minutes from now. And then later, Germany against Paraguay. Oh god. That's gonna be tedious because it's Germany and oh, it's tedious. And yeah. Oh, and tonight. That's kind of interesting that they're doing it so late. Are they? Because, I mean, that may potentially prevent some of the rioting because it's so late at night. That's kind of interesting. So yeah, later this night, 3 o'clock at night, basically, technically tomorrow, the Netherlands versus Morocco is going to do it. And that's actually kind of convenient because, well, then the chances of some heavy riots breaking out is just going to be less because it's so late. So that's actually really good. I mean, it could still happen though. And hey, it could even happen before the games, that everything, that riots break out before the match is even there. Who knows? But yeah, I think it's incredibly inconvenient actually, because I did have an appointment tomorrow. Very early actually. I think I'm gonna ask to move that appointment. Yeah, I might just have to call her right after the show. Right, I'm gonna round out. Sorry for not talking a lot. I mean, I did talk about all the subjects and everything, and yeah, I kind of wonder, like, there's gonna be clips tomorrow. I'll probably share those clips tomorrow, because I will be, I think I will be doing the show tomorrow, or maybe not. It all depends on if I can move my appointment. So I'm not sure yet about tomorrow, what I'm gonna do exactly. So, but I'm going to assume that I'm gonna do a show tomorrow somehow, and if not, I'll make a note on it on X, so you can always see there. Right, but for now I'm rounding out. So thanks everyone for coming. Hope you liked this show. If you did, then please don't forget to Rogan's it up, and if you haven't already, follow me on Rumble and Beer when I'm going live, which is normally 2 p.m. Amsterdam time every day. Please also do support me through gift card, PayPal, Patreon, gifts, and go later on the description box below. Send me super chat over to Rumble live stream when the show is live. Subscribe to my channel, support me that way, and support would be greatly appreciated. You can really use it. Please support your local Erwin, that would be great. Yeah, I'm gonna be back tomorrow. Then I'll probably be back really late, as in 4 p.m. something like that, maybe even later. Or if I don't feel like it, just not do a show tomorrow. I hadn't like skipped a show in months. So yeah, but whatever. Right, so again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. I thought it was overall fine.